Okay. Okay, could you just please confirm that you see my screen?
Yes, we can.
Okay, cool. Thank you. Okay, so good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us this morning again. So today it's the last part of this series of webinar workshops. And we will be talking about social media and SEM optimization. So again, you can use the chat to pose your questions, and please mute your microphones. So today we have an addition to our team. Okay, so it's still me. I don't present myself anymore, and we have Chiara Tireto, who is working with us at the ITC for a few months now. She's working at the ITC, helping like SMEs export through online channels and implement marketing techniques. So she used to work in the private sector as digital marketing specialist, and also for some institutions. So she's here today to tell you more about Google AdWords and campaigns, as she's a specialist in that field. So when the agenda today, so we'll start with social media optimization. We will talk organic reach and paid advertising, and we will try to understand which one is the best for you. So we'll see Facebook optimization, Instagram optimization, and LinkedIn optimization. So the choice of these three is based on some of the questions that you answered a few weeks ago during the first webinar. And then we will do an introduction to search engine marketing, which is all which includes paid marketing. So we will talk about paid advertising, PPC, introduction to Google Ads. We will see PPC campaign optimization, so PPC pay per click. Then we will end with email marketing and email campaign optimization. Okay, so social media optimization. So organic reach or paid advertising strategy. This is probably a question that each of you would like to develop, understand what is right for your business when it comes to social media. So again, here, when it comes to social media, again, good content is extremely important. So content is king. So content can help educate your audience, establish genuine relationship, and ensure they take action. Strong pieces of content can help you become more visible online and increase your traffic. So when you create content on social media, so you can, like some of the basics are, you can tell your business story, you can engage your audience and connect with new customers. But but not all content is valid for all social media platforms. So you really need to remember some golden rules for content creation. So you always need to tailor your content to fit each platform, because you don't post the same way, let's say, on Facebook and on LinkedIn or YouTube and Twitter. It's not the same type of content. You need to, don't create content just for the sake of creating content. Create content that is of interest of your audience. And also, you need to plan your content. It's very important to plan it. So we have different content teams that we can look at. So first, if you want to engage with the audience. So share the story of how your business got started. This is very important to create content related to that. Show how you give back to your community. If it's the case, this is something, it's very good for engagement. Take people on a virtual tour of your business using photos and videos. This is also something that works if you want to engage with people on social media. Then you can educate. This is a second theme to keep in mind and to develop on your social media. So explain what makes your product or service different or special. So start there, explain all of that. Try to take people behind the scenes at your store or business. Show them how things are happening, and show how to use your product or service. It's good, to give them some details about, how it works, how it was made, what they can do with it. And then excite. So excite, it's when, you announce a new product or service. You need to communicate on social media when something is happening new, when you launch something. Try to share promotions or sales as well. And engage in topics that matter to your community. So remember, content team, engage, educate, excite. And between these three themes, create like different various content that you will be posting on your social media. So how to plan your content? So the content you post on social media has the power to turn your brand into a recognized business and turn your followers into fans. So this kind of impact only comes from having a solid social media content strategy. It's not enough to post any type of content. You really have to build a content strategy. So the first thing is to do is to set your content goal. So identify and set goals. Like, for example, let's say your marketing goals are to convert more sales from social media. Then your strategy should incorporate posts that move people to a landing page. Then you need to learn everything you can about your audience so that you can create content that your audience will like, comment, and share. So use the analytics to learn more about it. So conduct an analysis to know your competition and understand what they are doing well. So really important, know your audience and competition. So once you're clear on your goal audience and competition, it's time to conduct a social media content audit on the content you've created so far. Look at which post performed well, which one didn't, and what you posted on each platform. Like for example, if one of your goals is to improve brand awareness, then look at your follower count on each platform and identify which post result in new followers. Check also if you have a consistent brand voice that connects with your target persona. So build consistent visual and messages across all of your content to establish your business brand. So, it's important to establish a look and voice. So use your logo, colors, and products to create your personality, your own personality. And finally, you build a content calendar. So build a content calendar that helps you know when to share content to get the maximum impact. So don't improvise. I mean, sometimes you in some very specific situation, you can improvise, but not too much. So what I mean by that is, yeah, you can create, if something very, very special happened today, and yes, you want to share with your audience. So yeah, even if it's not in your content calendar, you can quickly create a post related to that, because there is this urgency to share the information. Because if you share it in a week time, it will be already old news. So it can happen as well. And then always remember, always measure, check, analyze, and adjust your strategy, depending on what the analytics is telling you, depending on the results you get. So there is always room for improvement, and be aware of that. Okay, so building a content calendar. So in the workbook, there was an exercise about content calendar. I strongly advise you to go back with your team, to do this exercise again and again, and try really to understand how it works. So, a content calendar helps you organize when, where, and how your content will appear, and share content consistently. So first is one of the questions is what to post. So as you create content, you need to determine the right mix. And this was about that in the exercise, about understanding that you have to have like a mix of type of content. So for example, 80% of your post should inform, educate, or entertain your audience. You need to understand what works for you. And 20% can directly promote your brand. So 80% and 20%, 100%. So this will be your posting. So when to post? So ask yourself. So when to post, you need to check when to post and ask yourself, when are my customers more likely to be online? You need to understand that. Is it Tuesday? Is it Friday? Is it in the morning? Is it in the afternoon? All of that, you can check that and find out by looking at your analytics and testing. When am I most available to post? So you need to understand that as well. Like for example, if your customers are normally busy during the day because they work, you can experiment posting at various times in the early evening and see how it goes. find the best date and time to post through Facebook and Instagram insights, and and set your posting schedule. So really look at the analytics.
Hi, Joanna.
Yes.
Frank from Clinic Master has a question. Maybe he could just unmute and ask.
Is it on the chat? Oh.
Yeah, but I think he wants to speak.
Okay. Yeah.
Frank, you could just unmute and ask the question.
Thank you, Joanna. Thank you for the presentation. I'm Frank. I wanted to ask a question on the previous slide where you are showing the 4 there.
Yes.
That one there. Yes, I wanted to concentrate on know your audience and the competition.
Yes. Okay.
The reason I wanted to concentrate on this, I wanted you to dig deeper into it. Maybe you will do that in the subsequent presentations. But like Clinic Master, we have a product. And for over that time, we've got clients through spiral distribution. That was before we actually introduced the marketing department. In short, someone could get to a client or potential, and then they convince them to come to take on Clinic Master. So as you organize for the content, for your content here, and as you get to know your clients, which type of content can you put together for those people who actually link you to the actual potential clients? Because usually, actually, the potential clients do not use social media. If they use, they are rarely on social media. So you must put content that entices that middle person who actually links you to the
Okay, so because here I'm only talking social media, know your audience and competition in social media, on social media. So if your business want to be on Facebook, or want to be on LinkedIn, or want to be on Instagram, this is where on each of those platforms, you need to know who will be your audience, who you want to target. On social media, I'm not talking, offline or coming through different like other channel. We are talking social media. So know your audience is, maybe for your business being on Facebook, it's not relevant because you are totally aware that your audience, actually your target persona, are not on Facebook, and that's fine. You already know that, so don't go on Facebook. So maybe Twitter will be more relevant for you, and then so know your audience on Twitter, which of your personas are on Twitter, and make sure you will produce content for them, and to attract similar type of persona to your social media. So I hope this answer your question.
Yes, you have. Thank you.
Okay, perfect. So let's get back to the slide where I stopped. Okay, check your analytics, when to post. So again, so this is, after that question. So again, I insist, each platform, each social media platform, check your analytics. You really need to check your analytics to understand if if your content is performing, if it's the right platform for you as well, because Facebook is not for everyone. I mean, it is for everyone, but the time you will spend on the platform, it's maybe you just need a page for the sake of it, with like where you post just once every month, something just to be there. yeah, maybe it's you shouldn't like spend more time if there is nothing happening, and if you don't get traction to your website, and if it doesn't mean anything to your sales. So where to post? So share your content where your audience is spending time. So this is what I'm saying. Where to post? You need to understand if YouTube is right for you, if Facebook is right for your business, if Instagram is right for your business, because Facebook, Twitter, you can't be everywhere. It's too much time spent for nothing in the end. So you really need, it's better to focus on just one social media than on 5 different platforms, because in terms of time, money, resources, it's just impossible. So where to post, really understand which platform is used the most by your customers, the one who will come to your site and buy and use your services. Learn from your competitors as well. If a competing business has a presence on a particular platform, create an account for your business there too. So check how the other are performing, and select different content for each channel, because you will not post the same kind of information, picture, image, video on Instagram and Twitter. So make sure you are conscious of that. Okay. So here some tips for creating engaging content. So keep it real, be conversational and authentic, and share exclusive content. Like especially Facebook and Instagram are all about community. So your fans are looking for a connection and are more likely to engage with a post that feels personal. Post consistently, so consistent content is key. So again, and because consistent content is key, so make sure you just focus, if you need, on one platform, on one social media only. Post a variety of content, be creative. You post a variety of content to maximize your reach. Tell a story, ask questions, set a challenge. Be creative. Kickstart your stories and show the real face of your business. Like make it interactive. Use videos, filters, everything you can. So use your stories on Facebook and Instagram and show something you do every day. This can be interesting, to connect with your audience. Make it real. Like there are people behind working. We want to see you, and you can adjust the setting to have your Instagram stories automatically shared to Facebook. So this is also making things easier if you are on both platforms. Acknowledge your fans, like or respond to their comments. So respond to comments and mentions and use hashtags. A few weeks ago, during the first webinar, we talked about the algorithm of Facebook and Instagram. And one of the main thing is like for you to be active as well. So yes, you have to like other posts, you have to like comments, you have to reply. You need to be active on your account. and include CTAs. Check your insight to see what's working, which call to action are working. For example, asking your audience to comment, like, or share. These are CTAs that you can add in your posts. Sorry. And like, again, like, really check the analytics. So social media ads start with an objective too, and this works for Facebook, for Instagram, and now for LinkedIn as well. So they've made an update on their paid advertising offer. So what's your marketing objective? So there is awareness. It's when you want to talk more about your brand and you want to have more reach. There is the objective of consideration, which will drive traffic, engagement, app installation, video views, lead generation, messages, and then the objective of conversion. So that will do more conversion, catalog sales, store visits. So Facebook optimization. Let's talk more about Facebook and some of the sorry, I have just a little problem with my slide. Okay. Yes, let's talk about Facebook in particular now and try to understand, the best practices for the organic reach and Facebook paid advertising. Okay, so let's start with the best practices. First, logo and banner. Okay, you really need to add an attractive banner image or a video which introduces your brand. When we arrive on your Facebook page, this is the basic. Like, the first thing you have to make sure it's you have you really have this attractive banner or image or video. If it's a video, it shouldn't be longer than 90 seconds. You need to have a profile picture. Okay, so this is pretty much always your company's logo, but it could technically be anything you want, but it's best to stick with the company logo. So all Facebook images are square, but you can use Facebook to crop the image to make it a square once you've uploaded it. So remember that. And about the banner, this cover photo. So this is a horizontal lengthway image that sits then on the top of your profile photo. And it's also a good opportunity to add maybe any contact details or other social media handles and really tell user what your business is really about. So remember basics as well. Profile photo. There are some sizes that you need that are recommended, and for the banner there are some sizes as well. So it's good to know these sizes. So the profile picture and the cover photo, when you create it, you can create it straight with these sizes, these recommended sizes. So here is all the sizes that are expected by Facebook. So the profile photo will be 170 by 170 pixels, but it will be displayed differently on smartphone. So remember, when remember to check with the images you will be using. For the cover photo, there is another size as well, 851 by 315 pixels. This is what is recommended. Remember, Facebook automatically resizes and formats your photo when they are uploaded for the timeline. Facebook images for Facebook stories, it's another size again. So you will have in this presentation the size recommended by Facebook, and this is good help for when you create content, when you choose your photos, to make sure you adapt your photos and video for the platform. Now, description. So the description is very, very important. So because this description is for SEO. So keep in mind that the first 150 characters of your description will appear in Google search results. So it's good to include the most important keywords at the beginning of your description. So you can browse through your competitors' Facebook pages to get some inspiration for your page description if you don't have one yet, or if maybe yours is not optimized again. So this is a field that need to be filled in. You need to have a description. Remember, it's for SEO. It's for your Facebook page appearing as well in search result in Google. Then we have CTAs. Okay, CTA. So every Facebook page has a prominent call to action, a CTA button below its cover photo, as we can see on the image example. So it's a great opportunity to get your page visitors to take an action, such as sending you a message or learning more about your business. So Facebook offers a range of call to actions buttons. So if your objective is to generate leads for your business, I would recommend the sign up or contact us button to get the emails of potential new customers. If you have a Facebook shop, let's say, I will go for shop now. And if your business only has a social media presence and your objective is to grow your follower base on Facebook, select the button follow. So lead generation, sign up or contact us to get email of your customer, e-commerce shop, shop now, businesses that only have a social media presence, follow. So these are like few basics. So make sure you have your CTA in place and that you're using the right CTA depending on your objective. Now, when it comes to the tabs, so let's take a look at the tabs on your Facebook page now. So depending on what is relevant again for your business, so it's really it's proper to your business, you can decide to hide or add tabs. So useful tabs are review, shop in case you have one, and photos. So think about what you want your business page to do on Facebook. So if you want to start conversation, give people the option to email you. If you want to drive traffic to a sign-up page without speaking to them first, add your website. So be strategic. Really be strategic on what you want there. So yeah, these add tabs, depending on what is relevant for your business, and you can always decide to hide or add tabs. So you have the description tab. So let people know what your page is about in 150 characters. You have the categories. So categories can help people find your page. You can choose up to 3 categories. We have the contact information. So if you have a business phone number, website, and email address, add them there. And you all have, so make sure it's everything is there. You can add the location if you want to share your address here. You can share your hours as well if it's relevant for you to share your hours. So you can also customize, turn on or off, and rearrange the tabs of your page. So the possible tabs are offers, services, shop, review, photos, post, video, live video, events, about, notes. There is community, groups, info, and ads. So really make sure you are using the relevant tabs, the tabs that are relevant to your business. Now, there is these things that you can do and probably must do. It's schedule your posts on Facebook, and it's pretty easy to do because you just have to go to the publishing tools to schedule your post for later. So you can create a post and enter a date for when you want to have it published. So this is what we were talking about before. Like, for example, okay, you are working daytime, but actually your audience seem to be connected to Facebook more in the evenings. So then create your posts during the day and schedule them for later in the day, for in the evening. So it's also, you know, to optimize your work, the time you will be spending on your social media optimization. So if you know, if a person can schedule all the posts for the week, let's say on Monday morning, so you know, in terms of optimization of your time, it's good, because you know, if you start like really okay, having a post, you decide to post on Wednesday at 12, and then you go at 12 and to post it, and then you go Friday at 12 to post your next post, you know, time optimization. It's not really good. So try to schedule all your posts when possible. Okay, so we have this analytic tool on Facebook, just Facebook page insights and Facebook audience insight. So what to track using Facebook Insight? If you are not familiar with it yet, but if you are on Facebook, I really hope you are familiar with it. So Facebook Page Insight and Facebook Audience Insight are both Facebook analytics tool. Okay, there is a little bit of overlap between the two of them, but they serve very different purpose. Okay, so Facebook Page Insight gives you details analytic for your Facebook page, so you can track what works, learn how people interact with your content, and improve your results over time. Facebook Audience Insight helps you understand your Facebook audience, so you can better target ads and create more relevant content. So here's the difference. So what to track using Facebook Insight? So first, reach and engagement. How many people saw your posts? Who interacted with them? Which post did people hide? Did people report any post as spam? actions. So what actions do people take on your page? How many people click to your call to action button? How many people click through to your website? People. So what are the demographics of the people who visit your page? It's very important to know. So again, so this is, about knowing your audience on your social media. So when do people visit your page? How do people find your page? Then we have the views. How many people are viewing your page? Which sections are they looking at? And finally, the posts. How are your posts performing over time? So all of that will give you an idea of, of your performance, of your audience, and it will help you to improve your use of Facebook. So why track Facebook ads through Google Analytics as well? So remember, last week we had this introduction to Google Analytics, and in Google Analytics you can track as well people coming from your campaign and from your Facebook page to your website. So Google Analytics can help you compare the performance of different digital marketing channels, okay? And it can help you differentiate between the traffic you get from Facebook organic, so your Facebook post and your Facebook ads. So it's good to know, because this is how you will optimize your budgets as well. And maybe if you get more traffic from your Facebook organic than your Facebook ads, so then there is a problem with your ads, or you have to stop making ads because you are getting anyway more traffic from your organic reach on Facebook, which is free basically. So in Google Analytics, you will find it under acquisition, campaign, all campaign. You will have to do some setup to Google Analytics to track a specific campaign. Okay, so the organic reach strategy, so the free one, the one that you don't have to pay, you need to follow some rules. And if you remember the webinar, go back to the first webinar we had when we talked about the Facebook algorithm. It's important to understand the algorithm to be able to create a good organic reach strategy. If you understand how they work, then you can create the right content and post the right way on the platform. So you need to create dynamic publication that generate interactions. This is the base, okay? You can ask them to give their opinion to your audience. You can ask questions. You can give advice related to your product. You should ask your followers to contribute as well. It's always include call to action, such as read more about this, find out the answer here, with a link to your website, for example. Share only really interesting content, the one that your user wants, because again, we want them to interact with you, so you need to give them something interesting, and asking their opinion, asking questions. It's all about creating generating interaction. Post frequently, keep your content fresh. So again, this is why you really need to make sure you are on the right platform and you have time for that specific platform. Don't try to be everywhere if you don't have the resources and if it's not relevant for your business. Or as I said, if Facebook is not relevant for you, it's still good to have a page presenting your business, but then that's it, and that's fine if it's not relevant to be there for you as a business because your audience is not there. So the video is what attracts the most and goes viral. So, but try, when you post a video, try to post directly to Facebook. Don't put links to other platform like YouTube. So keep the video there. Okay, let's start a poll, which will be. Let me find the poll. It's there. Yeah. No. Launch poll.
I can.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just did it. Okay. So, which of the following elements are true to optimize your post? So it's a multiple choice. So, which one are true? Don't post only links to your site or content. Talk like a person, not a corporation. Post contest giveaways and deals. Create posts that evoke emotions. Or end post with a question or call to action. Which of that is true? If you could, if you could answer, which one? So it's a multiple choice. So which one do you think are true? Okay, 4. We have 4 answer. Voted. One more. Okay, I'm ending the poll now. And I share the results. Okay, so we have 2 out of 5 of you say don't post only links to your site or content. 4 out of 5 talk like a person, not a corporation. Post contest giveaway and deals 3 out of 5. All of you think create a post that evoke emotions is true. And 4 out of 5 and post with a question or call to action. Okay, so actually they are all true. So let's get to understand a little bit more about them. So don't post only links to your site or content. So this typically get less engagement and will hurt your overall page reputation a bit, which will lead to less organic reach in the future. So when you have your post, we don't want to see in every post a link to your website. We don't want to see that. Of course, we want to see it, but you need to find the right balance. Like, let's say, 1 post with a link to your site, and then 2 posts slightly different. Another post with a link to your site, and 2 posts slightly different. You need to find the right balance depending on your business, on what you're publishing. Talk like a person, not a corporation. So remember, Facebook, as well as Instagram, is a platform for friends to engage with each other. So aim to sound like a friend, not an ad, even when you are posting as a business. So, but you know, you need to find the right balance again. Of course, you can't start using slang and not appropriate words in your post. You need to adapt to your audience, but you can be a little bit here more relaxed and the way you're asking questions. So yeah, don't write posts like don't talk like a corporation. Talk like a real person. Be polite, of course. Use the right words, but you can be a little bit more friendly on that platform than, for example, on LinkedIn. LinkedIn will be a different tone. So post contents, giveaways, and deals. So require that people like your page and comment on the post to be interested. So this can attract people to your page. Create posts that evoke emotion. So again, here it's Facebook, and when we are on Facebook, we are on a we are not on a working mode, or we want to see something else. And so posts that get a lot of engagement are usually either inspirational, very helpful, or even enraging. Like people will react to enraging things as well. So try to stand out. Try to stand out when you post, and make sure you will touch your audience with what you're writing. And post with a question or call to action. So engagement typically increase when you ask people to take an action. So like answering a question in a comment or sharing a post with others. These are some very common call to actions, question to ask at the end of your post. So let's jump into. So we were talking about Facebook organic reach. So everything you can do without paying, without having like a proper budget for advertising, but just the way you need to take care of your page, basically. And now we will see Facebook paid advertising and how to create your ad on Facebook. So, you will have to define your audience by age, gender, interest, language, all of that. You will have to set up your daily budget. You set up the payment per click or per number of people who see it. And you will use Ad Manager to view metrics and graphic. So data is important to optimize your campaign. So this is a quick introduction to paid advertising, and now we will see that more specifically. Okay, so what's the ads anatomy on Facebook? So the first step, you want to create a campaign. And when you create a campaign, there is one question that you have to ask yourself. What is your objective? So what is your objective? Because depending on this objective, you will set your campaign. So the second step, once you know exactly what your objective is for this campaign, you set your campaign. You will have to setting your campaign involve like targeting, placement, schedule, budget, bidding. So basically you need to determine your audience. So this aspect of advertising is no less important than creating a compelling ad. So marketing is not only about being creative, it's also about precise and focused planning. So Facebook has set up a multitude of ways to get your ads in front of the right people. So then you can set the budget. So Facebook optimized pricing to find the best offer, but you shouldn't trust it blindly until you get a feel for it, okay? So always set the end date for your campaign, always. then set your placement. So you can place your ads in many places beyond Facebook's site itself actually today. Like for example, Facebook ads are recently, they were integrated with Instagram as well. So you can advertise your product there on Instagram, even if you don't have an Instagram account. So this is, you know, because Facebook, Instagram, it's the same. I mean, Facebook owns Instagram. Also, your ads may appear on other websites and apps approved by Facebook. So, but don't forget to pick the audience network placement. It's always, you know, about targeting the right people. Then the last step, it's creating your ads. So you need to choose the visuals, okay? So generally there are two options for visuals. Are you using one image or multiple images? So whichever option you choose, whether there are videos or an image, it's fine, you know. It will you need to get the right image for your ad, and create the work on the copy, create the text. So the heading will fit 25 characters max, and the main text can contain no more than 90 characters. So in your ad, the text, you know, you really need to go like for the right keywords, the right call to action. You really need to go straight to the point, make it clear. It's not an easy exercise, and there are ways to find some inspiration. So the Facebook ads funnel consists of three main stages. There is the awareness, which is top of the funnel, that they call tofu. So it attracts cold audience. So they are strangers that can become prospects. Then we have the consideration, which is middle of the funnel, MOFU, middle of the funnel. It's the one that generates leads. So the prospect become leads. Then we have the conversion decision, which is the bottom of the funnel, the BOFU, bottom of the funnel. So acquire customers. So the leads become customers. And then you have the post-purchase that encourage repeat purchase, and then you get loyal promoters. So this post-purchase stage, where your goal is to turn existing buyer into loyal customer and even brand advocate, it's the end of the funnel. So Facebook paid advertising. We were talking about campaign objectives. So let's have a look at that. What are the campaign objectives in Facebook paid advertising? So you have to determine before, you know, what you want to do with your campaign. So there is the awareness objective. So do you want to introduce your brand and generate interest to a wider audience? So the consideration, you want to target potential customers who want to learn more about your brand. Or conversion, you want to drive leads and purchase and build customer loyalty. So Facebook will optimize your campaign based on your marketing objective. So when you set a campaign, everything starts with the objective, and here it's what choice you have. So Facebook paid advertising. Let's talk about the awareness campaign. So brand awareness, it's ideal to pick the interest of a new audience without expecting the audience to take additional actions, like click through to the website. So it's designed to show your ads to people who are more likely to pay attention to them. So even if they don't act straight away, they will start knowing about your brand, and it will stay there. Then reach the maximum number of people, and contrary to the brand awareness campaign, Facebook will keep the number of times the same user sees the same ad low. So this is when it comes to the awareness campaign. Then the consideration campaign. Here we talk traffic. So you want to send your target audience to your website, or link to a blog post or landing page, etc. Here the aim is really like to drive traffic. So Facebook will serve your ad to the users in your target audience who are most likely to click on your link based on their past behavior. And you have the objective of engagement as well if you want more engagement. So you will use this objective if you want users to interact with your ad. For example, comment on, react to, or share a post, like your page. Keep in mind that engagement can also create additional reach, because if someone is starting to reshare that post, a specific post, so you will have also all his friends will see the post. So potentially you can attract more people to you. Then the conversion campaign. So conversion, you want conversion. So use this objective if you want your target audience to click through your website and complete an action, such as making a purchase or a booking, or like you really want to make them complete an action. So it's necessary to install the Facebook Pixel and set up a conversion event to track the result. So you will also be able to use the Facebook Pixel result to build a custom audience. So Facebook Pixel is you will find it on Facebook. Store visits. So if you want to target customers close to your physical business location, but this does not guarantee sales if you have a shop. So target audience. Okay, so now you understand what's are your objective for your campaign. You really need to understand how to set the target audience. Who is your target audience? Who you want to target? So Facebook allows you to target by demographics. So by age, by gender, income, occupation, family size, education. So it's important to this exercise we've done about your buyer persona. You need to understand who your target is, and by knowing it, yes, on Facebook you can really target the right people. There is a huge segmentation that can be there. Then you can target audience by location as well. So this is good if you want to target a very specific area, a very specific country, if it makes sense for your campaign. You can also target like they look at the psychographics like attitudes, depending on interest, hobbies, values, and other lifestyle preferences, belief, opinion. If this is relevant to you, and it can be relevant in some cases, this is how you can segment as well your target audience for your campaign. So behavior, you can segment by purchase behavior, internet usage, price sensibility, and loyalty. And always, sorry, after setting a campaign, always use Facebook Audience Insight to validate your data. So as you can see, you can really segment the target audience. So you can really optimize your campaign depending on demographic, geographic, psychographics, and behavior. But you have to work with Facebook Insight, Audience Insight to validate the data and all the analytics you have to optimize all your campaign. So Facebook gives you plenty of options to create your custom audience based on their location, age, gender, languages, etc. And it looks like that. This is a screenshot of the place where you will see it. So here we were able to create a campaign for a woman in the US between 30 and 45 years old, like sustainable fashion, interested in jewelry, handmade gift, handmade jewelry. So they watched their interest are handmade jewelry, handmade gift, jewelry, or sustainable fashion. There is an audience definition here. They say that the potential reach amount, they give you the potential reach amount. So your audience selection is fairly broad in that case, and estimated daily result. So you see, you can, like, segmentation and doing it right is the key when it comes to Facebook paid advertising. So specific audience, it targets a small group of people between 1,000 and 1 million of users. And so use strict parameter to build your specific audience. And you have the broad audience, so targeting a large group of people over 1 million. This does not mean that Facebook will not optimize your campaign and show it to the most relevant user. But yeah, if you, so all of that, it's depending on your objective, you really need to set the right target audience. So you have also custom audience, warm audience. So custom audience can help you reach people who already know your brand through your ads. So you need to have the Facebook pixel installed on your website to be able to track the action on your website. And it's always recommended to create a custom audience for future retargeting use and lookalike audience creation. So the good thing as well about Facebook ads, it's really the interface. It's really easy to use and explain you everything during, they really help you to create the right campaign for you. So, for example, you create a custom audience for all your website visitors during 14 days. You can also specify the pages they visited, the time they spend on the website, or the other custom event tracked by your Facebook pixel. Add to cart, initiate checkout. So name your custom audience for easy identification, like custom audience, lookalike audience, website clicks. These are basic on how to use the custom audience area. You can also create a custom audience for all Facebook users that engage with your Facebook page. Or you can then create a lookalike audience of your custom audit and use it for new consideration campaign, like page-like campaign. So you will all have these details when creating a campaign in Facebook paid advertising, Facebook ads on the interface. So Facebook can use your custom audience to create audiences of new people that are similar when you look lookalike audience. It is recommended to only create lookalike audiences for custom audiences that have at least 1,000 users. Your source audience needs to contain at least 100 people from a single country to create a lookalike audience in that country. And keep the size of the lookalike audience rather small to target the most similar people to your source, around 1%. And you can also create your lookalike audience when you create your ad set. You will have to budget and schedule. So the daily budget amount you are willing to spend on a daily basis. So it's useful if you expect to change your budget regularly, and you have the lifetime budget. So amount you are willing to spend over the entire runtime of your campaign. So Facebook tend to be more performance conscious with lifetime budget. It allows advertisers to choose exact dates and hours to run the campaign. So you need to understand which is the best for you. If it's even good for you to advertise on Facebook, and you can try with small budget to start with, and try, test, measure, check the analytics. Is it working? Is it not? Then, or you continue if it's relevant to you to continue, if it's really bringing you traffic, or if you can conversion, so continue. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work, and maybe it's just not for your business. So you need to it's better to spend your money somewhere else. So you have the Facebook paid, the placement and bidding. So the placement you can choose in the feeds, and it's the same for Facebook and Instagram. In the stories, the bidding will be the cost per mile pay for the distribution, for distributing the ad, and the cost per click pay for clicking on the ad. The tips for ads. So you remember the text is, you don't have a lot of space. The text is kind of short. So be clear, be authentic, be visual, extremely important. Be relevant and offer enough value. Play on your customer's emotion. Include one call to action. Include your brand name and logo for a better brand awareness. So keep in mind that people are not going to Facebook or Instagram to buy something. Remember that, but to connect with friends or interest. So when you create your ad, try to follow these basics rules. So Facebook is offering a different type of ad visual. You have the image, the video, the carousel, the collection. So the image, it's a simple image, and you will they will give you all the recommendation to follow to create the right image. Then you have the video. So again, they will give you all the recommendation to create the video ad for that you're using for your campaign. Then you have the carousel. So the carousel, it's made for few pictures. Like there will be several pictures, not just one. And the collection is you have one picture and smaller picture where that are related more or less to the main picture. Facebook is providing actually an ad library. So basically, it's a place where you can go and see all ads that are currently running from across Facebook apps and services, including Instagram. So it's a good place to find some inspiration. So you can search ad by country, by categories, and you can even type some keywords, and then there will come up the ads that are running, and it's a good place, yeah, to look for inspiration for your own ad. So what kind of words were used, what kind of images? So this is useful to help you to create an ad. So remember, primary text 125 characters or less. The headline should complement the primary text, and CTA must align with the ad messaging. So use the action benefit rule for your primary text. So we have an action here: hire talent through the top freelancing website and benefit, and keep your project moving, as an example. And also use A/B testing to optimize your ads. Okay, so run several versions of your ad and measure which version has better result. So it will help you in the future, you know, to optimize your campaign. So pick only one aspect to change at time. So finally, so what are the pros? Because, you know, Facebook Facebook is not for everyone, first, organic or not organic. But when it comes to paid advertising, it's also not for every business. So you need to understand if this place is right for your business, to have budget. Do you have budget to spend on Facebook paid advertising, and is it relevant for your business? So the pros, it's affordable for a small business because yeah, you don't have like to put a lot of money in to create an ad. It's easy to learn and use. You have Facebook Blueprint, and Facebook is giving you a lot of tools and explanation on all the steps. So the large audience and high segmentation, like we've seen, so you can really target, your target can be very, very, very precise. There is more than 2 billion active monthly users, retargeting and valuable insight. Okay, create lookalike audiences to find a new customer and boost your likes, and it's a trusted platform. When it comes to the cons, you know, it can diminish organic reach. So really, before going into paid advertising, make sure it's right for you, because maybe only the organic reach, what you're doing, it's enough for what you need from Facebook for your business. So user who clicks but not care about your product or services, this happens a lot as well. Time consuming for optimization. it takes time. So you need to have the resources, the time. It requires creative resources. The retargeting and valuable insight can be a count as well. Metrics, report issues with the Facebook Insight. So it's not perfect, but as well as Google Analytics, like we saw, none of these tools, reporting tools, are always perfect. So and it's not a number one social media anymore. So like I said, you need to make sure you choose the right social media platform, the right one for your business. You don't have to be everywhere. I have a quick poll that I would like to. Christina, I'm looking for the poll. Yeah, could you just launch it, please?
Yes.
So now, thank you. Just a quick question. So, which strategy to develop on Facebook do you feel is the best for your business? Like, I'm interested to see what's your answer. Like, do you think organic only is fine for you, for your business? Is organic and paid or none? Because like really it's all depending on the type of business you are, and that's totally fine to develop only organic strategy on Facebook. It's totally fine. And sometimes, it's better to spend your money somewhere else where it will actually be more relevant for your business. And we will see it this morning. Okay, so most of you think, that organic and paid should be is right for you. So let me just share the results. So so organic and paid for 4 of you, and 1 organic only. Okay. I can't now. I have a problem with my screen. Okay. I think we'll have a 10-minute a 10-minute break, if that's okay with you. It's what time is it for you? Me, it's 9:30. So for you, it's 11:30. Let's all come back at 11:40, if that's okay. Yeah. Are you there? I can't hear anyone.
Yes, we are. Thank you.
Okay, perfect. Because it's so hard for me to see just the screen and not to see you all.
Yes.
But okay, so 10 minutes. 11:40. We are back. Okay. So see you in a bit.
Okay. Thank you. Good to see you.
Thank you. Okay, is everyone back? I will continue now with the Instagram optimization. So just for you to know, Facebook and Instagram, they are, like, when it comes to the paid advertising, there is a lot of similarities, and with the algorithm, we saw it a few weeks ago. There are also a lot of similarities. Okay, so Instagram optimization. So remember that you have to create a business account. Okay, so you set up a business account to give people more information about your product, service, or business, and you will get real-time metrics on how your post, stories, and ads perform. It will give you information about your follower and how they interact with your posts. It encourages people to get in touch by adding your email address, location, and phone number. You communicate directly with followers through Instagram messages, post comment, and interactive stickers. And you can be discovered by more people by paying to promote your post directly from the app. So this is why it should be a business account, not just a normal, simple Instagram page. So there are three key features of professional dashboard. You will have the one to track your performance, the one to grow your business with tools you will use to run your account more efficiently, and the one that will keep you informed, like how to, like, where you will learn how to make the most of Instagram through curated educational resources, including tips, tricks, guidance, and inspiration. Okay, so here again, and it's like for Facebook, you clearly need to define your goals. Instagram marketing can mean different things to different marketers. So you need to ask yourself, are you looking to create an online presence for your business, increase brand awareness, get new leads, establish your brand as an industry leader, sell product directly from the app? You might even want to combine several different outcomes. So, but unless you know where you want your Instagram strategy to take you, you're unlikely to get there. So very important to clearly define your goals for Instagram. So know your audience, same as Facebook. Like we said, for all social media, you need to know your audience. So you need to define your target market so you can create content that speaks directly to that audience. So start with a little preliminary research. It can help you figure out who you can best reach when you're thinking about how to market on Instagram. And this also becomes critical when it comes time to choose targeting option for your Instagram ads if you want to advertise on that platform. Okay, when it comes to the basics, to the best practices, so your business Instagram profile, so the first thing you need to do is make sure that your username reflects your brand's name. So if your business name is already taken as a username, try keeping your business name as the first part of your username, so that people searching for your business are more likely to come across your account. So you can edit your username at any time in settings. So the second thing you need to look at is your photo. So for most companies, this should be your logo again. And if you have a Facebook page as well, so try to keep the same image here. then you also must optimize your bio. So it will increase the chances of how people can find you on the platform. So you have a maximum of 150 characters here. So use them to let people know what you're about and give them a reason to follow you. So you can use hashtags and tag other accounts as well. So Instagram users are also looking at keywords. So it's a great idea to add a keyword into your bio. So remember that basics are the username that reflects your brand, the profile picture, and an optimized bio. So here are a few examples of for some agency, like an agency called Cosa Vostra, where they have a small introduction. They are saying where they are. They are in Paris, Bordeaux, London, and Tunis. There is a link to their website, and they give as well their address. She codes, so same, a little introduction about what they do. They give their hashtag, she codes, they're online, and they give the link to their website. And same for an agency called Invika. They also give a quick introduction about who they are, a link to their website, and an address. So make sure it's this part of your Instagram account is optimized. So your business Instagram profile. Another important tip is to update your business category. So using a category for your business can free up space in your Instagram bio, since you don't need to repeat this information. However, it only appears in the mobile view, so you can't assume everyone will see it, even if Instagram is more used on mobile. So Instagram for business also allows you to add relevant contact buttons. So include your email address, phone number, or physical address when you add contact information. So then the other thing is to add a call to action button. So you can encourage people to take action straight from your Instagram bio with a CTA buttons. For example, if you are a restaurant, like a restaurant could add a button saying order food or book a table. So you can think as well what could be relevant for your business. Try to use the story highlights to showcase specific products and services. So businesses can pin Instagram story to their profile grouped in categories. So for example, you might have a category for your product, for your services, for events, or for career. You can select or create images for the category images that match your brand. So really use that as well on your Instagram profile to optimize your profile. So use your profile insight to discover growth opportunities. So to grow your brand on Instagram, you need to learn and understand your audience and the content they need, like for Facebook. So this is where the analytics that Instagram offers come into play. So by analyzing this data, you can measure the outcome of your post and see what works best for your brand, so you can focus on creating more of that content in the future. So again, it's really, analytics. Everywhere it's about analytics. Remember that you can link Facebook page with Instagram. So linking your Instagram account to your Facebook profile means that you can share posts directly from Instagram to Facebook. So you can link your Instagram profile on other platforms you own. So it will save time, if you want to be on Facebook and Instagram. There is some content that you can share between both platforms. And one extremely important thing about Instagram is, it's a very visual platform. It's a visual social media. So you need to have a visually consistent Instagram feed. It's more important than following any aspect editing style is to have a visually consistent feed. And this is really because Instagram is a visual platform and the look of your profile matters. So you want your followers to immediately associate your content with your brand. So you can do like that by using certain color palettes and font. It can help with this, as well as a certain style of image that's consistent with your message. So as you can see in these two examples, we have like the same consistent feed visually for this both account, for the both account. So organic reach strategy. Let's talk about the Instagram feed. Okay, so the Instagram feed is the main dashboard users see when they log in. Okay, I'm sure you are all familiar with Instagram. So this is what you see when you scroll down in your Instagram. So the posts that show up in a user's feed are determined by the Instagram algorithm, like we saw a few weeks ago. And remember, it looks at engagement, predicted user interest, and the time a post was uploaded. So if followers show interest, if the followers show interest in posts that are similar to yours, then your images and videos are more likely to show up in their feed. Then we have the Instagram stories. This is where you will have this, you will focus your organic reach strategy. So stories they see like 2 to 3 times more engagement than feed posts now, because they are very unique interactive feature. For example, an organic stories post, you can add questions and polls for viewer to answer, and you can add a swipe up call to action that takes the user to your main website or profile page. So it creates like a lot of interaction with the followers that are seeing your story. And they are there for 24 hours, but you can save them to your highlights if they are relevant to be saved in some of your highlights. So your content will be created mostly for Instagram stories and for the feed. But you can also use for your organic reach strategy IGTV. So it's with Instagram TV, you can post videos ranging in length from 15 seconds to 1 hour, which is a lot. So longer content means you can go more in depth to showcase your business and product than on any other part of Instagram. So a 1-minute preview of your video will show up in your followers' main Instagram feed. And if they click the video, it will take them to your IGTV channel to watch the entire video. Users who subscribe to your IGTV channel will get notified when new videos are posted. So this could be potentially something that you could also develop. And this is for organic reach. You have the Instagram Live as well. So it allows users to host live videos for up to an hour. So once your live video ends, it disappears unless you share it to IGTV. So Instagram Live, it's a good place to host a Q&A session, for example. So this organic interaction helps you personalize your brand and connect with your clients, customers. It creates a feeling of transparency and authenticity that is hard sometimes to achieve with paid ads. So the Instagram Live can also be something interesting to develop. And also remember to maximize attendance at your live session. Remember to advertise it ahead of time in your main feed. Like in this example, it was this cosmetic brand Sephora that announced their upcoming live videos several days ahead. So make sure, if you plan that you advertise about it on your feed before. So you need to use hashtags strategically, okay? Hashtags make it possible for people who don't follow you to discover your content. So average is like to use between 7 to 30 hashtags. One of the way to add hashtags in your post is not always with the caption you will add with your image, but you can add it as well after posting in the comment section. So they will not be visible straight after your text. And always remember to test out new hashtags frequently. So you really need to do some research to choose like the right hashtags. And but you know, the amount of hashtags really varies and depends on how many followers you have. So you need to measure that and see how effective your hashtags are at generating engagement. So really don't underestimate hashtag strategy as a really powerful Instagram marketing tip for a small business. So yeah, and as I said, in order to keep your Instagram caption clean and easy to read, we recommend placing all of your hashtags as the first comment immediately after posting. So when it comes to Instagram paid advertising, when you want to create an ad, so first you must have a company page on Facebook. If you don't have a company page on Facebook, you can't advertise on Instagram. And like for Facebook, and it works exactly the same way, you will have to determine a goal: brand awareness, traffic conversion, etc. You will have to select your audience by age, gender, location, and you can pay per interaction or per impression, and per day or for the duration of your campaign. So it works exactly the same as for Facebook. So I will not describe more, as it's exactly the same thing. As well as the type of ads, you will have story ads, photo ads, video ads, carousel ads, collection ads, and ads in the section called Explore on your Instagram. So exactly the same, it works the same way as it works for Facebook. Segmentation, you will be able to choose a target. The budget, it's exactly it works the same way. You have to choose an objective, so exactly the same. So let's see what are the pros. For when it comes to Instagram paid advertising. So it's visually appealing, grabs user attention, but easy tried for your business. So it reached the right user like on Facebook, exactly the same, segmentation. For e-commerce, you can set up product collection, which is great. They are called to actions, engagement, but then when we go look at the cons, there is a limited audience. Remember Instagram, and we saw that the first webinar, it's a younger user base. So is it your target? If it's your target, that's fine. If it's not, Instagram is maybe not for you, or at least not to spend a lot of time on it, and even less spend money on it. So the text is minimal. Same as for Facebook advertising, it's time consuming for optimization, and also it diminishes organic reach. So we have a poll, a little poll now that we would like to launch. Christina, could you please launch the poll, please? Yes, no, Christina, are you there? Because I can't see the poll. Christina? Okay, maybe she's not connected. That's fine. You can continue, and I will launch it just after LinkedIn. Okay, so let's start now. A quick look at LinkedIn optimization. Okay, when it comes to LinkedIn, so remember, LinkedIn, it's to build networks and connection. So it's the biggest professional platform. It's great for recruitment, building a professional network, or connecting with peers. It's a good resource for sharing content, and more likely to find business partners than new customers, unless you are a B2B. And it's not designed for doing e-commerce. So LinkedIn is a professional platform. It's more for B2B than B2C. It's not for B2C. The basics are to create a company page. So it helps LinkedIn members learn about your business, your brand, and job opportunities with your company. So company pages are also a great way to establish industry expertise. And like for Facebook, like for Instagram, it's important to add the right cover image and logo. You need to create a good company description and fill in all your company details. You want everything to be optimized and give as much information as you can about your company. So the best practices to complete your company page profile, you need to remember you need to optimize your page for search. So company pages are very, very SEO friendly, okay? So like the description in Facebook, this is SEO friendly. So Google show preview of up to 150 characters of your page text. So be sure your description leads with powerful and keyword-rich sentences. And members can also search for companies by keywords on LinkedIn, so include words and phrases that describe your business expertise and industry focus. So include an optimized profile and cover photo on your company page profile. The About Us need to be compelling and with relevant keyword. So remember to answer: who are you? Where are you based? What do you offer? What are your values? What is your brand voice? And how can people contact you to learn more? Also, you need to fill out other key fields like the URL. Make sure people can find your business website by including the URL on your company page. The address, your address, make sure it's up to date. Is your brand global? The HQ country, is it relevant information that you have to add here? Your industry, it's another key information that people will want to know. And the company size. So let people know how many people your business has. So make sure you fill out all these key fields. So when it comes to organic strategy on LinkedIn, so we recommend to posting at least 2-3 times a week. So you post regularly, but no more than 30 times a month for optimal engagement. So when you post is also significant. Try to post in the mornings, and you can revisit those posts later in the day, evening, to reply to any comments you have had and boost your engagement. So post 2-3 times a week, post it maybe in the morning, revisit your post during later in the day, and reply to comments to boost this engagement. So share video and visual content. So the research shows that article with images, video, slides get 94% more total views. Don't just share your own content. So by following this rule, you're not just sharing your own content, but also providing insights relevant to your audience written by others. So make sure you share content from others. Don't talk like a salesman in your post. You know, it's better to engage in leadership style conversation. And if people like what you're saying, they'll go and check out your website anyway. Tag influencer and employee if it's relevant. It's good also to encourage engagement, and use hashtags. So adding hashtag to your post will help your content to get discovered. And optimize your content based on analytics, so it can help you better understand your audience. So again, analytics, same as Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, analytics, very important. And again, when it comes to advertising, I will not repeat myself again, but now, more or less, it works like for Facebook. You will have a campaign based on your goal, awareness, consideration, conversion. They are exactly the same. It works more or less the same way. So you will just have like to make sure you understand if you want to create to advertise on LinkedIn, if it's relevant for you and why. What's your goal? So you can have some sponsored content, so it will promote your company updates to targeted audience, and it can help to drive awareness and leads. You can also have a sponsored messaging. So this solution delivers personalized ad directly to inboxes and potentially drives more conversion than email. And finally, we have text ads. So it's easy to set up by creating a compelling headline, description, and adding an image. So you have to see if it's relevant to use LinkedIn paid advertising for your business. So the pros are B2B targeting, low barrier to entry, higher lead quality, variation in ad formats. And the cons are, the cost is the cost, because it's a lot more expensive than Facebook or Instagram. the reporting features are very limited, so it's hard then to really optimize your future campaign, and it's not the best for e-commerce. So yeah, so this is it for social media, and we will now talk about search engine marketing, and I pass the screen to Chiara now. Let me stop sharing. Chiara, can you share your screen?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, we'll stop you sharing the screen.
Yeah, I'm trying to try to find. Yeah, okay.
So you can see my screen, right?
Yes, the entire screen we see.
Yeah, let me just wait a second because now you can see it, right?
Yes.
Okay, good. So thank you, Joanna. So I'm going to talk. We're going to talk together about search engine marketing. We have an introduction of what search engine marketing is, and then we'll go through Google Ads platform. But let's start by having an overview on what search engine marketing is. So search engine marketing refers to those practices that aim to promote a website, gain website traffic through paid advertising. That means that purchasing ads on search engine marketing, you appear in the first result of a search engine result page. Can you hear me well, Joanna?
Yeah, yes, we can hear you. Perfect.
Okay.
Don't worry.
Don't worry. Combining both PPC, pay-per-click, and search engine optimization is probably the best strategy to grow your business and compete on the internet that is becoming increasingly difficult nowadays. The greatest strength of search engine marketing is that you can show ads to customers who are actually ready to purchase. So we're actually looking for your services or products online. So they have a higher propensity to purchase. But let's see more in depth what about paid advertising and pay-per-click advertising. There are several PPC channels. Probably the most known is Google Ads, but also we've talked about Facebook with Joanna and Bing ads and so on. Here you can have some examples. Let's see what's the main difference between PPC and search engine optimization. The difference between search engine marketing and search engine optimization is that search engine marketing is a paid strategy, as we already said, and search engine optimization is an organic strategy, so not paid. Like most things in the search industry, the definitions related to search engine marketing have evolved. Some marketers may consider search engine marketing to be an umbrella term that includes both paid, so PPC, and organic strategies. Anyway, you have to know that to succeed in paid advertising, you have to carefully choose the keywords. You want to manage the campaigns that you're going to set. And also you can manage them by testing your ads and keep what works and remove what doesn't. Again, Joanna mentioned it, but testing is always a good practice when talking about advertising. Let's have a look together to Google Ads, to the platform. let's start by saying that paid advertising on Google Ads is a huge, wide word. But today we have an introduction. We're going through setting up a campaign together so that you can have an overview of the platform. And you can also see some best practices. As already mentioned, search engine optimization means it's the process of the improvement process to make a website more findable by search engines in an organic way without paying for advertising. And search engine marketing involves creating paid ad campaigns to improve your visibility in search engines. So your pages, your ads will appear as advertising, of course, in the ad area, as we can see from the image in red, in the red square, and it will be charged every time a user clicks on your ads. The amount of money you will pay every time someone clicks on your ad, the cost per click, will be based on several things, but mainly is the result of the competition between advertisers using specific keywords, the specific keywords you chose to put in your campaign. There are several formats of advertising, not only in the search result. We were going to have a look at them. You can have advertising on website banners, blogs, phone apps, or videos in YouTube. Let's see all of them one by one. You have search campaigns that are basically text ads on search results, the one that we see before in the picture. Search campaigns let you reach people while they're searching on Google for the products and services you're offering. So it's great for driving sales, leads, or traffic to your website, as you can show your ads to customers actively, as we say, searching for your products and services. Then you have display campaigns that are image ads on websites. Display campaign lets you reach people with visually engaging ads as they browse across millions of websites or apps. Display is a great way to expand the reach of your search campaigns, so to combine with search ads. And also it's probably the best of the type of ads to do branding, make your brand known and increase brand awareness. We have video campaigns, video ads on YouTube. You probably have seen them while browsing YouTube. These are the videos you have between one video and another. And then there is shopping campaigns. It's actually product listing on Google. And shopping campaigns are ideal if you are a retailer looking to sell your products inventory. Shopping ads appear on the search result and the Google Shopping tab. So store owner can also use this kind of campaign to promote products available on their physical locations. We had also app campaigns that promote your app on many channels, and local campaigns. We mentioned in the smart campaigns, we're going to see what it is automate campaigns that you can create on Google Ads. Unlike search campaigns, in everything that is display, Google distributes the profit with the owners of the website networks where the ads are displayed. So Google AdSense provides a way for publishers to earn money from their online content. AdSense works by matching ads to your site based on your content and on your visitors. Obviously, the ads are created and paid for by advertisers who want to promote their products. And since these advertising pay different prices for different ads, the amount you will earn from Google AdSense will vary. There are, as everything in life, pros and cons on Google Ads. Among the pros, you have that you can create super segmented advertising you have a big audience to talk to because of the broad audience using Google Ads. You have control over the budget, the keywords, and the target. If we talk about search advertising, it's not an invasive advertising, so it's not bothering the audience. And you can also show the products when dealing with display and video advertising. Among the cons, there is a high competition. It is a platform, a quite difficult platform, so you have to have some technical knowledge or intermediate advanced level. Requires time for management and optimization, because as we will see, once you do a campaign, you have to monitor it. There's some high production costs if you opt for videos campaigns, and it requires an investment, because of course you have to pay. But which are the main reason why you should use Google Ads campaign and why it can be a good choice? As we said, as mentioned some of these points in the previous slide in the pros, Google Ads is one of the best tools for lead generation, because if your campaign are set properly, it has the potential to send extremely targeted leads to your website. And its massive reach allows you to increase leads and customers. Because of Google Ads market dominance and massive consumer base, this search giant can send businesses a huge amount of high quality traffic every day. The people Google send to you are more likely than people coming from other sources to become customers, or to opt in your email list, to request information, or take whatever action you want them to take. And this is actually strictly linked to the third point, because there is a conscious demand of your service or products. And for sure, Google is the best platform to invest in, because people are surely already looking for the answer to their needs, and your service or products can respond to those specific needs. Plus, you have control on your budget and the campaigns all the time. There is no need to exaggerate. Even a small amount of money can make a huge difference. Even $200 per month are enough, or something more, that is something more than $5 per day. So you don't have to invest necessarily a huge amount of money. And then results are consistent and quickly measurable if the campaign is set properly. Last but not least, as we said already, you can build brand awareness, increase brand awareness. Let's see how to optimize. Which are the essential steps before starting a campaign. You have to be sure you have all this info in mind. You want to define which goal you are trying to pursue. What is for you a conversion? It is a call, or it is someone buying your product, or a description to the newsletter, or just a visit to your website. You have to have it clear before starting a campaign. Joanna said already that several times before. So you have to know which is your goal. You have to define your goal. You have also to research your target. Again, you have to know the people you're talking to. So use, for example, demographic targeting to reach the right audience, because you can take into account several elements. For example, the age. If you sell products that are for a certain age group, specific for age, you can use that. Or you can use gender to target your campaigns. It works, for example, for companies that sell a product that is made for women more than men. You can target based on income level. If your company sells low-cost products, you can use that. You could target a lower income level. On the other hand, if you offer offer high-class products, you can opt for a higher income level. Geographic location, of course, it's very important. One of the most popular and effective ways to target your audience is by geographic location. You can serve them ads based on their country, their state, their city, or specific boundaries that you can create. And also you can use relationship status, because Google gives you the option to target singles or married couple or people in a relationship. Education level, whether you want to target people with a high school diploma, those in college, or those with a degree, you can do that with Google Ads. Before starting, it is useful also to have made all your researches in terms of keywords. You want to use those keywords which are more effective for the sector in which you work. As already seen, you can use several tools online. They're also free. Among them, Keyword Planner, that is a tool on Google Ads. We will see where to find it a bit later, can give you a good insight on which keywords perform better in paid campaigns. It says you how much they cost per click, how much they're used, how high is the competition with these keywords. So if you set a campaign on Google Ads, you want to use and to do your research on keywords also on the tool Keyword Planner. Be smart, creative, and convincing with your ads. So create your ads being smart and creative, and focus on the copy to make it the best possible. It can be, you can take inspiration from your competitors too, for example, because you want it to be effective. And of course, hidden copy, you should also insert a call to action that is specific and clear, according to your business, of course. Another point that is very important, make sure that the landing page in which you are going to send all those who click your ads are well done and effective for the purpose. If you want, for example, to increase your leads and to collect emails, just be sure that the landing page has only the form to fill and no other distractions. On the other hand, if you want them to look at the video, be sure that the video is there. There's a call to action, a clear call to action, and they're not distracted by the purpose you're setting your campaign on. Let's have a look at Google Ads platform. This is the first page once you sign in, and you of course connect Google Ads to your website. On the left part, you find the menu. You have the campaigns, ad groups, extension, etc., etc. On the top right, you see the dates you can choose to monitor, because once you set a campaign, you can monitor that campaign for specific dates. And on the other, you can see, as I circled, the tools in which find also Keyword Planner that I mentioned before. If you click there, tools, you will see Keyword Planner, and you can start looking for your keywords. To start a campaign, you're just going to need to select campaigns on the left in the menu, or click New Campaign where the plus icon is, as I circled. When you start a campaign, as already mentioned, the first thing to do is to choose a goal. Google Ads give you several opportunities, several options. You have several goals: sale, lead, website traffic, web awareness, etc., etc. We already seen them a bit with Joanna. She mentioned them. They're actually the same, but you can also skip this step and click, as I circled, on create a campaign without a goal. When you click on a ready, like for example, sale or lead, Google will guide you through, will choose for you some options throughout the setting of the campaign. But probably the best option, if you want to have more control or how your campaign is set and does more control on your budget, the best option is to create a campaign without a goal. So for the first campaign, I would suggest you to go on without a goal. And so I selected this. The second step, at this point, we select the type of campaign we want to have. Search, display, shopping, etc. The campaigns I mentioned before and we've seen. These steps we're going to see are more or less the same for all campaigns, but of course, if you have a display campaign, you will need more things. For example, images or videos. If you select video, we select research, and at this point, they will ask you to select the result you want to achieve. So you have a sort of goal here. If you select website visit and phone calls, Google Ads will ask you to insert the website URL and the telephone number. The website URL is your home page. So the URL of your home page at this point. We will insert the URL of the landing page later. Then we click on continue. At this point, you're going to need to give a name to your campaign. My suggestion is to be specific, so that if you have more campaigns, you can differentiate. For what concerns the networks, my advice is to deselect both search network and display network, because according to my experience, it's just a good way to spend all your budget, especially if you start with a lower budget. We want to focus all the money on Google search result on Google page query result. Then you are asked to choose a starting date, and if it's the case, an end date. It means that if you have a campaign to promote for a specific promo you want to have for Christmas, for example, let's say Christmas, you can choose the exact date from which to which the campaign runs. Otherwise, you can choose to not have a date and the campaign will still run until you stop it or pause it. You can also choose if there's a schedule your ads have to run every day. Of course, if you choose a schedule, for example, for 10 a.m. to 6 p.m., you have more control on your budget because you know that your budget will be spent on in that specific schedule. You can choose that, yet you should do that only if you have a specific need or insight that on your target who makes you think that it's the best choice. Otherwise, it's better to leave it the whole day, because you never know when your potential target is looking for your website, your services, your products. After that, you are asked by Google Ads to choose the location. Pay attention to the location options and geographic locations, because you can also exclude some location and it can be useful. It depends on your business, of course. You just click on advanced search and can put, you can put specific cities, radius in kilometers, include some areas, and so on. Then you have more options if you click on options by location. For example, you can choose to target people who are already in your target location or visit them regularly, or you can target people who show interest in your target location but are not there right now. So this is the case, for example, of hotels, restaurants, businesses in the tourism sector who wants, for example, to appear in the research of possible travelers in that specific area in which they operate. Then we set the audiences. As you choose your initial targeting, as already said, think about the type of people who might be ready to buy your product or being interested in your services. Or maybe who are more prone to sign up to learn more about your business or visit your website. As you can see here in the example, I type digital services, and there's some option I can click to: advertising and marketing services, email marketing services, and so on. However, it is recommended at the beginning, both from Google Ads and by me too, to set the audience in observation, because so it does not restrict to a specific audience, but observe generally those who are interested in your campaigns. You can always change this during the campaign. You can make some difference and adjust your campaigns while they're running. So at the beginning, it is recommended to set audience targeting for that campaign in observation. After that, you just need to decide your budget and bidding. You can enter your daily budget. As said already, it can be $5 per day. That is less than 200 the whole month. On days when you're more likely to get clicks and conversion, you can spend more than $5. But over the course of the month, don't worry, your budget will average out to the amount you enter here. So you will not spend more than what you decide. And when you choose the offer, you want to prioritize conversions instead of click. For example, for the bidding, you can choose also how much to pay for click. For example, if you set $5 as daily budget, you can put, for example, 0.51 here. That is the cost you will pay per click, the maximum cost. When asked about ads rotation, I suggest to optimize and repeat the best performing ad. This way, Google Ads will show automatically just those ads which perform the best, either because they are convincing or the keywords for that ad works better. You just want to show only those who make more conversion, of course, so you optimize your budget. For this step, you can choose which extension to add. When we talk about extensions, we talk about site link, call out, call, structure snippet, app, message, promotion, and so on. In the box, you can see what I'm talking about, what extension actually are. The more you add, the higher your ad will be ranked, and the higher are the chances it's showed by Google and to perform well. So Google gives a lot of importance to these extensions. For example, if you don't add an extension to your ads, it will suggest you to do it in the section suggestions after you finished your campaign, indicating how much the percentage of success would increase if you had them to your ads. So Google gives a lot of importance to extensions. You want to use them. Of course, you will use those who are suitable with your business and with the purpose of your campaign. Before going on and talking about how to create the ad that will be shown, I just wanted to have a quick look at how the Google Ads is structured to better understand how it works. So as you can see from the image, we have the Google Ads account, and in it we find the campaigns. If, for example, we have 2 campaigns, but we can have more than 2 campaigns. Every campaign is composed by ad groups. You can have several, as we can see, but you can also choose to have just one. In every ad group, we have specific keywords and different ads with different copies using the keywords that we chose, of course. My personal advice is to divide as much as possible every ad. For example, if you propose different services, you can create a campaign for service A and a campaign for service B. It's the same for the products too. But you don't need to have more, as I said already, of more of one ad group. Yet it is better to have at least 3 ads per each ad group. So you can differentiate each campaign for each service or product you want to sponsor. You can choose to have just one ad group, but then it's better to have at least 3 ads per ad group. At least 3. If you have more, it's even better. This is going to be much easier for you when you track and optimize your campaign. And also it will be easier for you to keep the account organized. And here we have this little scheme to better understand how keyword works on Google Ads, because you don't just insert the keywords, you can choose the match to give those keywords. You can insert the keywords with broad match, allowing Google to show that ad every time a query is related to your keyword. You can add a plus sign in front of it, front of certain word, to have this broad match. Or you can choose the phrase match when the keyword is written with the quotes, and the ads will show when a search includes that keyword or that phrase. And then you have exact match, when the keyword is written with the square bracket, and ads will show on searches that have the same meaning as your keyword. Besides that, you can also have use negative words, negative match, putting a minus before the keyword in order to exclude that keyword from your ads. Because sometimes you want to exclude some keyword that can show your ads and give you not very good target, not very good leads to your website. After seeing that, we arrive at the part in which you create your ad. The standard, as I circled standard, is selected as default ad group type. Just keep in mind that you can only use one type of ad group per campaign. If you choose dynamic, it will create the ad based on the content of the landing page. So to start, I would strongly suggest standard ads, so you can write them by yourself and have actual control on what is shown to the audience. Next up, you name your ad group, where I circled in red. Again, you always want to be the more specific, because you can track and you can organize your account better. You, in the second step, where you see view keywords, you can enter keywords separated by a new line. As said already, keywords determine the search result where your ads are likely to show. So keep in mind the different matches, study your keywords, and do a very good research and select the right one. So that you can create more additional groups, ad groups if needed, and then click save and continue. Here we are in the part in which we write the ads. You create your ads here. You put where you see final URL, the actual URL of the landing page in which you want to redirect your audience. Always remember also that headlines and description should match the keywords in your ad group. So use them in your copy. It's going to be the best option. And again, add at least 3 ads per ad group. So I said we enter the URL, we write 1 to 3 headlines, And these headlines will be the blue text at the top of your ad. You also have a preview that Google has shown you on the right, a preview from the phone and from the desktop. You want to write up to 2 lines of description, and you can use up to 19 characters to describe your product or service and how it is relevant for the customer you're reaching with your ad. Then you clicked on to finish this ad and save and continue. Once your campaign is ready, you click the publish button, and I said again, you can edit your settings, ad groups, and ads in the overview page that we've seen at the beginning. So the campaign can be optimized while it is running. That's how you're going to see the ads once they are published. In this case, you see the state not suitable because this campaign is an actual campaign that I made and is ended. That's why it says not suitable. But when the state will be different once you create your campaigns, and you can also see the state of your campaign from the little color dots on the left in the red circle. And from there you can click and you can post your campaign, or you can stop your campaign for good. But what's next after you've finished setting up your campaign? First of all, you need to know that it may take a few days for your ads to start showing, because ads are typically approved within 1 business day, but it may take longer, also something like 2 weeks for bidding to fully optimize performances. You should use anyway the first couple of weeks to fix any issue you encounter along the way. After you create, so you want to monitor your campaign and optimize it by monitoring it. So you can remove the keywords with bad quality score, so all the keywords that are not performing well. And in this Google Ads, the platform will be helpful for you because it will highlight them to you. You can identify non-performing keywords and post them, as said. You can test different copies and give as much as info of your product you can. And you can evaluate quality score and add all the info possible to increase your ad score. So snippet, as said already, extension, and so on. Again, Google Ads is a broad and complex word. So to use it at best, you can take some online free courses. For example, you can use Google Academy that Joanne already mentioned several times, or you can watch some tutorials on YouTube or read articles on the internet. The more you know about the platform, the more your campaign will perform, the more you will optimize your budget and convert as you want. That's it. You can write to me, a little exercise, write to me on the comment section, what goal would you choose for your campaign and what kind of campaign you will choose and why, according to your business. I will leave the floor to Joanna then.
So, yeah, so this is just this exercise. Okay, we don't have like a lot of time now, but if you could just share maybe 1 idea, 2 ideas. They don't see the screen anymore. Let me share it. Yeah, no, that's okay. That's okay. I'm sharing it. Okay, so yeah, just what goal would you choose for your campaign? Do you have any like a suggestion, any idea after after Chiara presentation, maybe? Okay, goal, create awareness for the brand, increase sales through website, app installs. Okay, yes, these are legit goals for your businesses, right? Conversion of traffic into sales. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. So this is a little exercise that you can all do with your team, and think about together as a team, and to really take time to understand goals for a campaign, and it works exactly the same for if you want to advertise on social media or with Google AdWords, Google Ads, for example. Okay, so let's move on, and the last part of the session is about email marketing. We don't have a lot of time left, but I try to go straight to the point, and because email marketing is definitely something extremely important, and if you are not doing it yet, you really need to start. Okay, so let's start by understanding that email marketing remains one of the most effective digital marketing channels that guarantees return on investment. There are several benefits. It's low cost, audience segmentation again here, it's immediate, it contains call to action, it's customizable, and it's easy to share and track. There is a lot of benefits, and you need to be conscious of that. So what email marketing is not? So it is not the typical advertising email that is sent massively and it ends up becoming spam. So you need to be careful about what you're doing when it comes to email marketing. So email marketing consists of send emails to current and potential customers, mainly those who gave you voluntarily their data when making a purchase or when registering to receive some kind of information on your website. So you need, it's email marketing, it's personalized communication of interest to that customer profile that signed up for this email marketing, and it's a strategic pillar to interact and retain the customer. So it allows us to invite to evaluate your product, your services. Their opinions help increase the credibility of the business. Email marketing promote discounts and offers. You can remember abandoned carts if you have an e-commerce platform, a shop. And it also communicates news about the company and new product or service launch. So it's really to keep your customers, potential customers up to date with what is happening in your company. Okay, so let's just see a few numbers. Okay, it's an effective digital marketing technique. So here, like between 2015 and 2018, so the average open rate for email was steady, like hovering at 24% globally, okay, which is a high number. However, in 2020, so the average open rate dropped to 21.3. So it's a slight decrease compared to 2019. So does a decrease in email open rate signal the death of email marketing? I would say no, of course not. So it's not the first time open rates will fall, and it's not the last time, okay, when we look at the big picture. So the good news is that based on historical data, we can see that each time there is a decrease, it's always followed by a strong period of growth. So we can expect to see an increase again in this year in 2021 and probably next year. So it is still one of the most important tools in digital marketing, and it is one of the best ways to get relevant messages to customers at the right time. So unlike organic advertising in social media, whose reach has decreased, the open rate of marketing email has remained relatively stable the past 15, 16 years. Okay, so there is a real high return on investment when it comes to email marketing. So along with SEO, so email is the technique that produces the most return on investment. If you look at these numbers, they date from 2019, but there is no big change last year. So as you can see, email marketing, when it comes to return on investment, it's number one, then followed by SEO and PPC. And as you can see, social media is like only on a 5th position. So you really need to evaluate where you want to put your effort. What do you want to target? When return on investment is so high for email marketing, and social media is far behind when you look at the numbers. So remember, for every $1 invested in email marketing, in e-commerce, online, you have a return of $45 in average. This is the estimation. And by industry, you can see the average by industry. We have software and technology, which is over 40, marketing, PR and advertising agency, retail e-commerce, media, publishing, events, sport and entertainment, and travel, tourism and hospitality. So as you can see, the return on investment is high in every industry. So again, if you are not doing it yet, you really need to think about starting doing email marketing. So this effectiveness is affected depending on how we use email. So it can be a very accurate, effective, and unique with the potential to produce large return and become the best way to communicate with current client and potential client in the long term, okay? But on the other hand, email can be transformed into just an attempt to compensate for the lack of relevance with the volume of shipment, a practice that is becoming less and less effective. And that instead of increasing our contact list, decrease it. So we are talking about quality, about what you will be doing by creating, when creating your emails, your newsletter. So why use email marketing? So again, very low cost, very low cost. It's also a medium that encourages immediate response. So the clearest benefit is that it produces instant traffic to your e-commerce site or to your site. So in addition, you can integrate emails with other channels. For example, using the email to recover abandoned cart, retargeting in social media campaign. Okay, so why use email marketing? So it's also about relationship development, engagement, and participation. You know, with email, you can work on these key points at different intervals of time. For example, a welcome message or a loyalty program with your brand, if you are offering something like that. You can use it to send different messages that are perceived as valuable by your customers. It's also a very quick implementation. So the time to produce email marketing campaign tends to be a lot shorter compared to other traditional means of communication with the client. And it takes definitely less time than optimizing social media. So less time to optimize and bigger return on investment then. There is also automation technology. So you have like technology solution to implement a type of one-on-one communication through email with some benefits, like it will be more relevant and save time. You can also use individualized follow-up. So email is an opportunity to establish a type of communication similar to a one-on-one conversation. So remember immediate communication and personalization. It's easier and cheaper than any type of physical medium, and even more than a website. So you can take advantage of the functionality of dynamic content in an email, sending messages that reflect the interests of the recipient. Measurement and reliability. So with email, it's also good because you can see who opened, who clicked, who abandoned, who shared your message. And you can even find out who produced new revenues. So also we can gain instant feedback on the success of our product or services. And with email marketing, you have testing options. So again, here testing. So a fairly effective strategy is to test different messages in small group of people. So you do segmentation and use small group and try before sending an official campaign to a mass audience. So yeah, it's really easy to test things as well. Also, you can to a group just send 2 different newsletters, and then you will see which one is more clicked on, is more receptive. So when it comes to email campaign optimization, so build carefully and wisely your mailing list. So create more email opt-in opportunity on your site, such as a blog newsletter sign-up form. So it will improve the quality of your list, because quality of the list is extremely important. And the open and click-through rate of the email campaign you send will improve overall. You can send re-engagement email. So if a certain segment of your email list hasn't engaged with you or your content for some time, a simple re-engagement email to that specific group can warm up some leads that may have gone cold. So try sending and like haven't heard from you in a while, or this kind of content. So this type of targeted email can pique the interest of potential leads, and with your marketing automation software that you can install, you can track opens, click-through rate, which links receive the most engagement, and more. So it only takes one prospect to engage to make it worth your time and effort. So try to optimize the preview. So this text can be optimized to make your email more appealing at first glance, and try to adjust your frequency. There is no set frequency to follow for optimal result. You don't want to be on the extreme ends. So this is the thing. So you don't want to send like too many emails, because people will just unsubscribe and delete, and it will be just too much. But also not sending enough email, so it will make you forgettable. So send email frequently, but not too frequently to keep prospect attention. So depending on your business, you need to find the right balance. It's like publishing, like posting on Facebook or Instagram or LinkedIn. You need to find what works for your business, and you have the analytics to understand. So use images carefully. So do not, if you do not include images, however, consider the following. Always include text in your emails and avoid high resolution photos. So you need to test as well what works, what doesn't. Segment your list, so you reach like the right you can target, you know, by a demographic. You can target by the location. You can target some people who used a particular service before, and you can target people who only use that service, you know, to re-engage with them. And then also you have A/B testing. Like I said, you can try to send 2 different email and see which one perform the best. You need to develop some opt-in techniques on your website. So don't keep your email subscription a secret. Okay, so we want to see it like in your email signature, on your social media channel company description, leverage pop-up forms, blog post, so that they can sign up for your newsletter. Try there to demonstrate immediate value. So when you work on all these opt-in techniques, so include messaging that describes the value of your content, like what they will get if they subscribe, like great tips, deal saving, you know, some incentives. And yeah, you can also offer a special subscriber only incentive, like access to something to some free content, to some coupon, to some resources. You need to give the user control over the content, so making sure people don't unsubscribe after subscribing. Okay, so make it easy as possible to enter an email address and minimize the clicks it takes to subscribe. So as you can see, a few simpler opt-in forms, like here, enter your email, join, your email, your name, subscribe. You can see that on these examples, picture examples. So invite subscribers through your social networks as well. You know, this could be like a good idea for some posting on your social media. For this little opt-in section, do A/B testing as well on your site. Try different offers, headline, form placement, or incentive. Add it in different places on your site and see where there is more engagement. So this is about the UX, the user experience, putting it at the right place on your site, and also adding the right word. And do not purchase email list. By the way, do not purchase as well followers on Facebook or Instagram or anywhere. Never do that. So what makes a good email? So here it's just like a quick example. So this is the case of an email which is not usual, but actually really interesting and creative that I received. So they say in the email, missed the live origin trip to Ethiopia. No worries, we've got you covered. And there is a video attached that brings the reader on a sort of a journey through the processing sites. So this email made this company remembered being noticed in what is a very crowded market, and eventually they gain a new customer. So just to show you how email can be a valid marketing tool that can help you win an important new customer. So it's visual, it's clear, the text, it's appealing, there are call to actions, and yeah. So the elements of a good emails are personalization, do not cross the line. So, you know, it's great to familiarize with your customer. Obviously, you have to be careful not to cross the line with the way you talk, with the images. So be careful. An effective subject line. Email subject line to be effective have to be short and should capture the interest of the prospect. So those with 6 to 10 words maximum are those with the highest open rate. And they have to be mobile friendly. Remember that. So now let's just have a quick look on how to write the perfect sales email newsletter, because we are already out of time. So I try to 5 minutes and we should be fine. So how to write the perfect sales email newsletter? Always include a subject line, write a strong opening line, include helpful body copy, add the CTA in the closing copy, and add a professional signature. These are the basics. And remember, when it comes to the subject line, how it will appear in the, on the desktop view and on the mobile view. So what you are looking for here is to make sure that subject line should be, as already, like it should be 6 to 10 words maximum. And the goal is to pick the interest of your reader. So put the keywords at the start. The opening line. So start with something more impactful by talking to your reader. So to really get your reader. Then the body copy. No generic value proposition, not too pushy, not too long. Ask questions that align the research you've conducted with your prospect goals. So your email should be a way to connect your business to your prospect. That's what you have to explain in the body copy of your email. And then a closing and CTA, same like for the social media. When you write something, you know, a strong close to your sales email. Give reception a clear path to action. So try ending with a question to prompt a definitive response. And, you know, like in this example, we have this button, schedule a demo. We click on it, we arrive on the website, and this is, you know, this is what they intended to do with that email. Then the signature, keep it short, simple, professional. And make sure, you know, there is your phone number, there's a link to your website, to your social media, and try to avoid images or quote. Keep just your logo. You have some tools that you can use to create and design your email and newsletter, like Canva. So we mentioned it already during the first webinar and in the workbook. So define the strategic benefit that email marketing can have for your company, and make sure you allocate enough resources to your email marketing strategy. And send emails around specific topics. So be flexible with your schedule to have the opportunity to send messages whenever it is required according to the context of your client. So these are good practice. Send automated email, take care of individual communication. Is it still relevant in 2021? Yes, remember that 95% of web users have an email account, which means that practically everybody has an email, unlike with social media, where not everyone has opened an account. So everyone has an email account, but not everyone is on Facebook, for example. So you know, email versus social media. Email you will get a better return on investment. You will be able to target like the right people if you do it well. So some trends in 2021 are hyper personalization, text-only emails, interactive emails, bright colors, increased investment in email marketing, and automation. So if you want to start with newsletters, you can use this tool that is called MailChimp. If you don't know it yet, you can start it for free. If you up to 2,000 contacts, it's for free, and then it can start from like around $10 per month, and it's very easy to use. There are a lot of templates as well, or you can create your own template. Yeah, all the necessary features are included, and it's not the only tool out there, but this one is like pretty popular, and you have also like the free version of it. Okay, so I've just stopped the sharing. Okay, so this is the end. Sorry, it was a little bit we went a little bit longer than what we were supposed to. We will be sending you the presentation, of course, the recording. If you have any question, please feel free to email us. But also, any question now? If you could write it in the chat, or turn on your microphone. If you have a question, we can. Any question, anyone? So we will be sending you everything. I would like to thank you. You know, participating to that. I just need to share a poll with you, but I have an issue.
Do you want me to share it?
Yes, please, because I don't have the poll in my in my Zoom.
This
Yes,
one, right?
Yes, this one. If you could just please all take the survey quickly. It's a short one. It's a short one. We really need it, please. And yeah, and so I would like to say thank you for participating in the program. It was really nice meeting you already last year and seeing you again this year. And I really hope you know, all this information will help you, you know, to maybe to work in a different way, or to explore like some new type of marketing. If I could add, for most of you, and this is my personal view after seeing all your businesses, I wouldn't spend too much money on social media, and I wouldn't spend too much time on social media. Be aware of that. I really do believe that if you want to spend some money somewhere, Google Ads, it's a better place for you, for your type of businesses. But also email marketing, you really should start doing email marketing. Of course, I'm not saying social media, it's not for you, it is, but please make sure you understand which social media is right for your company, because some of you shouldn't be on Instagram because it's not relevant for you, but some other Instagram is actually relevant. And I think you should all be on Facebook, at least a minimum, like a page with your details and few things, even if you don't post too often, but just at least you are there. And really my advice is try to familiarize yourself with things like Google ads and email marketing, and test, always test, because it's very important. Things are changing. If something didn't work today, you can still try in 6 months' time. And maybe in 6 months' time, it will work better, because there are so many variables that can make it work better later. Also, analytics, very important. Make sure you are following you know what your data is. So yeah. So again, thank you for joining the program, and it was really nice to meet you all, and I wish you all the best, and I hope we will have more intervention soon in the next few months or later this year. So yeah, thank you. If someone wants to add something.
Yeah, just wanted something quickly.
Yes.
Thank you very much, Joanna. Yeah, it has been actually a nice training. We really appreciate. Maybe I just wanted to share our own internal reflection. We strongly feel we need to be on these most major social media, but we have a different strategy for each. Like, for example, we believe Instagram, it could be for brand awareness as our key objective, because people are there. And then maybe LinkedIn, we feel more comfortable for the type of business that our potential clients are there. So it will probably also rank #1 in terms of getting leads. Mm-hmm. Then we'll maybe go to Twitter and maybe even Facebook, like to our case, can actually come as #3. However, I don't know, you could also share what you feel about it, but this is our internal think through. Okay. Then the other question I wanted to ask you, will there be additional review, like the next steps? And I think you have just hinted on that. Thank you very much. So that's all from us.
Okay, that's okay. So maybe if you feel like it is right, it's all those channels are right for you. So test, try and see. But do you have the resources? Do you have enough time to spend on all of that, like to optimize it like the right way? Because it's really like you need to have like a dedicated person that will really take care of all those platforms. And sometimes, and also from those platforms, okay, you say Instagram, it's for brand awareness, but are you really sure? Are you really sure the people that could be some potential customer in the end for you are really looking to follow your things on Instagram? Is it the right platform? I don't know. It's really about testing, trying, making sure you have like you have at least, if you want to be everywhere, then you have to have one person dedicated 5 days a week just on that. You need to have like a social media manager, like community manager, that will work only on that, because it's really demand, and you need to be passionate, because things doesn't happen on social media. It doesn't happen in 1 week or 2 weeks. It takes 6 months, 1 year, 2 years before you will start having like a big community and see maybe some results. So you need, if I would say if you want to make money, try Google Ads and email marketing. You know, where you really you can really get like more segmented and more significant, because you know where people do. You need to ask yourself: are people are looking for your business on social media, or will someone go on Google search and make a search to find your services? I think they are more likely to search you there. So then if they search you there, you have to focus more on your SEO strategy and you can spend budgets on Google Ads, because this is where. But then again, each business is different, and it's really about making sure you are checking your analytics, all the analytics, and really cross-checking all the information you have. But to your question, if you have someone who can really spend time on social media, okay, why not go and try to develop all the platform you feel they are for you. But if you don't have a dedicated person and you only have a little time for that, so then focus on the most relevant. And
maybe to clarify, sorry, I should have said that we do have someone dedicated for the communications. That's her role all through. But also you still have a point, and a very big point. We need to measure, test, and see, then conclude, because she has also started this activity. I think this year, to concentrate fully, I think this year. But also Google Ad is something that was not actually advertisement in general, was not so much on our plan, but from the submission of today, it is probably also something that we need to start thinking about.
Yeah, and I really do, for all the businesses participating in the program, all of you try campaign with Google AdWords. Try it, because you can set up like small budgets, start with small budgets, you can test, and it can really the results can be like better than social media. So yeah, okay. So thank you again, and I will send you everything by tomorrow morning latest. And do not hesitate to email us for if you have any other question. We will leave now, because we like, it was longer than what we were supposed to do, but